Hi and welcome to By the Grace We Rise. This is a channel devoted to Qaadir reactions. Now, I have stated that I eventually want to stop watching Qaadir's content. I eventually want to just shift that, back away slowly and not consume him, because as much of a he is, as funny as he is, and dare I say, as much as he's actually inspired and entertained me over the years, this downward spiral is not great, and it's not great for the psyche to consume so much of a person that ultimately is a sinking ship, ultimately has so many narcissistic traits, ultimately is a human embodiment of toxicity. However, we love him. As much as we dark queens may critique him, we love this dude. I don't want to just go cold turkey and just leave him and then relapse and come back. So I want to get everything out of my system, everything I want to say out of my system. I just want to react to all my favorite videos of his and just get that all out of my system, so that when I'm really done with him, I'll really be done with him, because that is kind of the end goal. Most of us are eventually going to leave him completely. It's going to get boring. Recent months have been very interesting. I'll say I wasn't expecting this, and so it's been hard not to stick around. I took the whole of January off and I came back for this performance. Nothing. This guy has been MIA for almost 2 months. Obviously that we kind of been keeping up. We know a couple of things, but he's really kept us, and most of his followers in the dark. And I hope when he comes back, he's humble enough and has enough integrity to admit that, and admit that he's wrong for that, because it's absolutely wrong to keep your audience in the dark for that long when you made a promise to that. To kind of fit what's going on with him not just being so unprofessional, I thought we'd start with a reaction to his video called The Janet Jackson You Tried It World Tour, and to see how 5 or so years ago he was reading Janet for doing less than he did. Janet at least informed people that she was cancelling the tour, and I just find that interesting. So it's very appropriate to respond to this today. So that's what we're gonna do. Let's go. Honestly, this is one of my favorite Qaadir videos because it's so funny. He was so funny around this era, and needless to say, he's gone down. His quality's gone down since then. But we're gonna be looking at all sorts of stuff from all the eras of Qaadir. But we'll start with a good era and just see what we can pick up relative to his critiques of Janet and how he's acting currently in the situation. Because a video that he's gonna sell to us doesn't salvage the trust that's broken, the lies, the deceit, the neglect, the going missing. And if he could own up to it and be like, hey, that was wrong of me to go missing and to promise you something and not have it, if he can admit he's wrong, which is unlikely, and then come forward with this video, I think it would be better. And I would hope his legend would hold him to task with that, because you guys and girls did give him money. I'm just saying. So let's start the video. Let's start.
Let's pop Janet real quick, no shame. I love Janet now. But Janet, you motherfucking tried it. You motherfucking tried it.
Okay. But the same could be said for you, Qaadir. I love you down, but you have tried it. You said it was going to be a moment they won't forget, and now all the live streams are gone. If you try and come back and act like nothing's happened, I will, I'm losing so much respect to you, but it's just crazy how past you reads current you.
Cause bitch, no shade. How the fuck this bitch gonna do a tour? I already said in my podcast, when Janet go on tour, you need to see her with the first show she do. Because she's only going to do 2 or 3 shows. I don't even know why she bothered putting...
Fam, it's like he had a time machine. Same thing. You promised us a whole tour. I remember you said you were going to go to Chicago, all these places. I have one live stream you were naming, Cape Town, Dubai, And I said this in my prediction video. He's only going to do 1 show. You didn't even do that 1 live show. I can't wait. This is so crazy. This is so trippy.
Dates on the calendar because she's not coming. She's not coming. She's not coming. I don't even know why y'all got your hopes up. All the girls are, I'm seeing across the blogs, and everybody is upset. But girl, I could have told you that. This is her 4th or 5th time telling you, oh girl, my throat hurts. I'm not coming. This is her 5th time doing that. So it's girl, bye. First it was her throat, then her dad was sick, now she's having a baby. It's girl, it's so many...
You thought she's having a baby it's just an excuse. Now she's having a baby, now she's part alien. You said it it's the most crazy, unbelievable thing. But it's the same thing. How many times have you promised the girls a show and nothing's come of it, or something lackluster's come of it? You build these things up. Yeah, it's so strange how maybe you were reading Janet to deflect from yourself.
Excuses. I'm like, girl, I'm so over this bitch. Like, okay, girl, okay, good night, Janet. You are a legendary girl, but you're trying it, and just exit stage left, because at this point, it's just too motherfucking much. It's just too motherfucking much. And how are you going to sit here and get Live Nation involved, get all these girls involved? You have all these dancers, all these people who probably quit their job or whatever it was because they had a contract with you.
Okay. Do you know, I think Qaadir made some valid points. He did. Okay, I just want to point out one thing, because I've been thinking this. I just remember how much effort he used to put into coordinating everything. This flower band, he used to wear it all the time with the pink top and the pink background. Like, once upon a time, he was actually putting some sort of effort into his videos, and now it's like, he's like, he tried. I can't say he's not trying at all, because he tried when he got those lights and he has that thick ass border. But if I have to read that big border he has, I'll read it for a second. Firstly, it's thick as hell, so it's like now he's like so tiny. Secondly, it does not match him at all. It has this bright blue sky and these white clouds, bright yellow sun, these buildings are looking all chirpy and happy-go-lucky. Meanwhile, he is there in the centre, ranting his eyes off. It doesn't even match his brand. And not to be shady, but I think a thundercloud with like a storm would suit his brand a bit more. How many people were involved in this? How much were you boasting about being an employer? You have 12 people, you're paying black people, dancers, a band, a DJ, for you to not follow through with what it was going to be. These people thought they were going to have a chance to perform in front of a live audience. I didn't get it. And obviously people supported this. They gave you a lot of money, definitely in the thousands. But the ticket prices were greedy. So it's like, you kind of sabotaged yourself.
And it's like, girl, you tried it. I just can't even believe this bitch. Like, okay, whatever. Because Janet, and then what about all the girls who purchased tickets? Girl, y'all.
What about all the girls who didn't purchase tickets but were promised a show?
Stupid. I mean, I think she's stupid, but I think her fans are dumb too. Because, maybe once, twice, once again, 3 times late. By that 3rd time she canceled the tour, I would be like, girl, never again. Girl, I will see this bitch on YouTube like everybody else.
Again, with Janet's fan, I think it's a loyalty. Janet's been consistent and brought the hits and revolutionized the industry for decades. So her fans are just loyal at this point. With you, however, you haven't built that loyalty. I'm not being rude. You've been inconsistent with your music career. You've been unoriginal with your music career. Your performances have been half-assed. So it's like, you didn't even have the pulse for girls to buy your tickets in the first place. So it's funny how you said, I just watched Janet on YouTube, and it's like, your fans did the same thing for you. It's just so crazy.
Girl, I'll see her ass when somebody puts it on YouTube. But what I'm not going to do, Janet, is buy my Rhythm Nation t-shirt. Bitch, get my Runaway t-shirt, girl. Get my Red Velvet t-shirt, or what is it, Velvet Rope t-shirt, bitch. Girl, and then be at Phillips Arena, and they're like, oh, no see no shit, girl. Girl, she has an upset stomach. She canceled. Oh, girl, she's a little gassy, so she's canceled. Okay, You know what, Janet? Just give me back my coin. But now she's
okay. And now yeah, the coin. I know this is. He's not gonna give the girls back their coin. I can. It's probably already been spent. But if Mother Hannah and the others were to ask for their coin back, would they be entirely wrong? I don't think so.
Oh, girl, no refunds. Girl, I'll be taking this bitch to small claims. I sure would. Girl, play with me if you want to, Janet. I'll take your ass straight to small claims. Because one thing about it, girl, if I sat up here and got my coin, got a legendary coin together, because here's my thing.
Yes.
I feel as though I have no problem paying for what I feel like I'm going to get in my life. So, again, it's just like, for instance, y'all came up off these gold pieces so that you can come to the show. So, in my mind, I feel like, girl, we need to get the boys and girls of the world the show that they came for, and it has to be level 10. Because if y'all came to this show and I was just here like, so, what y'all want to talk about? Okay. That would be a chop. And I would feel like, if I was the audience, I would feel like, no Tito Shay, I love you, bitch, but you tried it. No, ma'am.
Interesting. I say that because there have been live streams that have been like, where you're just kind of sitting there, just waiting for the girls to give you a topic, and you don't really have anything to talk about. To the point where they're trying to get you to rant, and that's more interesting. Or where you say you're going to talk about a Travis Scott or someone, and you have like 0 facts. You just don't have a proper show prepared the way it would need to be. So it's just interesting to see you kind of reading an iteration of yourself that would appear only a few years later. Now, to bring it back to your concept, this has to be a show. I'm going to wait to see how you dress it up, how you serve it to us. And if the price is right, $10 or less, I think I may purchase. You know, $10, which is like £7, that's reasonable. If you get 100 of us to pay that, that's £1,000, which is good. And it technically will put you in a positive because you didn't actually take anything out of your pocket. It came from the donations from your followers anyway. But knowing you, assuming you're watching, you'll probably be greedy and make it like $30. No one's paying $30. But let's say $10 reasonable because you have to make some money. You know your worth and then add tax. We need a show. You know, I've been saying this. This cannot be your My Afton open mic thing. Once, like, you were talking about like having like confetti balloons. Those are the kind of things we need to see. We need a light show. I want to see like those kind of things, like the confetti, the glitter, I don't know, the balloons, all those like things that fall from the sky. I want to see stuff like that. I take it those dancers weren't there, but I want to see some kind of like choreography where it's like you've thought about how you're going to enter the stage, how you're going to move from act to act. I want to see real thought. I want to see you step it up. Because clearly on the business side, you've been very unprofessional, but the show itself could salvage it. So if you come with that same My Afton Target uniform, random ass dance moves, sliding across the stage, sipping, sliding, stealing choreo, then that won't be it. You know, I really hope you level up.
No. Because what you're not going to do is have me come up off these coins and then we come to the show, bitch, and you're not even trying. And I feel like with Janet, she's not even trying. Because, again, this bitch will do like 2 or 3 shows and then all of a sudden, is it a polyp or is it laryngitis? Neither. Because first of all, girl, you lip sync, so you're not even really singing, girl. I'm sorry, Janet, girl, I need for you to stop playing these games like you're serving me Whitney Houston teas, bitch. Like, okay, like you up here.
You see how this can be applied to him?
In a ballad, bitch. Like, if I should stay.
Come through. I wouldn't live in your head.
You're not giving the girls that.
What you giving?
You're giving me very much so. And I just love to have a good time.
Come on. And I just know you have a good time.
And don't see no shade. And don't see no shade. Have y'all ever noticed in that song with Janet, which by the way, that's one of my favorite Janet.
I love that song as well. I love that song.
There's one part at the very end where she's singing it and she's like, oh, I didn't quite hit the note. Oh, for real? You just noticed?
Okay, that's where that sound came from. Because Classics and Kabuki have like abused that sound. Right.
First she was on Instagram and she was like,
hey guys, I'm going to Alaska. I've never been there before, but I look so forward to seeing it.
Girl, did she ever make it there? Because the very next video that she was posting.
But you know what I will give? I think this is a partially, I'm trying to say, he has a point here. I don't want to say it's a partially deserved read. But I will say he has a respect and a regard for Janet. Like, he doesn't seem to... With Beyonce, it's a flip and a flop. 1 minute he's dragging her, next minute he's defending her. But with Janet, I do see a regard for her, like, basically being the way paver for, like, every pop act afterwards, including myself. So even though he's going to read and he's going to, like, kiki and stuff, I do see, like, he's not dragging her the way he dragged. Like, if this was Beyonce, like, he would be screaming. Like, he's like, I'm not being rude, but yeah.
The very next video, this bitch was right in the same location. She never even left her bed. That's how you know she's lying. Because she was in her bed the first time with that, well, all of her hair going to the side. And in the very next video, she was in her bed.
Oh, hey guys. I love you so much. We're going to postpone the Janet Jackson You Tried It tour. Because, girl, me and my husband,
But speaking of that, when he comes back, legends, if you're watching, ask him about the tour. Okay, so be like, so we're getting this video. When's the tour happening? Because you did say a Mother Queen tour. Because, or otherwise should we call it the Qaadir Howard You Tried It tour? Well, I guess they were already calling it that. We've been calling it that. But ask him about the tour. Say, I want you in my city, Qaadir. Say, this video is cute and all, but when's the tour? And let's hear him.
Everyone's a billionaire. Girl, we've decided we're going to start our family together. So, we're going to postpone the tour for 2020.
Okay, wait, hold on, bitch. I thought you were going to say a few months. This bitch, excuse me, Janet, tried it.
Yeah, I think that's realistic. I'm trying to remember when this video was posted. Okay, April 2016. I think that's realistic because it takes time to have a baby, nurse a baby, and like just be there for the first few years. If she'd said, yeah, like right after the baby I'm going to do this tour, it wouldn't have been believable. So.
Tried it. And that's what you need to name her tour, no shade. Janet Jackson, you tried a tour. That's what it needs to be. Janet Jackson, you tried it. So Janet Jackson, you tried it, world tour. So anyway, we're going to shift gears and move on to the next topic.
Wow. Wow, that's what you call right message, wrong messenger. Because he wasn't completely wrong. If this is something Janet does repeatedly, then yeah, maybe like it's wise to like catch the first few shades as he said. I don't know. I know she cancelled that tour, but I'm not privy to any tours before that. I know that Janet has like excellent like world breaking tours. I didn't know that she was a canceller like a Lauryn Hill, but if that's true, then he has a point. But it's just like to be living in such a glass house and throwing those fireballs, it's just so crazy. Like it's so crazy. And you know, there's a lot we can learn. There's a lot Qaadir can learn. You know, it's like you look at these people, you look up to these people, and obviously they're not perfect. Maybe they may mess up here and there. And then you use that to know that I'm going to try not to make those same mistakes. I'm going to try, maybe I'll never be as legendary as Janet, but then there's places where I'll try my best to like do right. Only for Qaadir to handle the situation way worse than Janet. But at least Janet updated the people. Q, you went missing for over a month. Like, I'm not being rude. You can even give us like a Snapchat video. Like, like people have to find out from other people's stories that you did the show. Otherwise we wouldn't have known. You have to update your people when you promise them something. People have probably been looking forward to this since, when did he announce it? Like November? So it's just so crazy. Like for him, it's so easy for him to talk about everyone else, but keeping yourself and your own stuff in check and stuff, it's just interesting. It's interesting the way the cookie crumbles. So there we have it. The Janet Jackson You Tried It World Tour. Yeah, I mean, what can we say? Qaadir, what do you have to say? There's not much that can be said here. I hope you enjoyed this video. By the grace, we continue to rise. And as always, that's all there is, baby. See you next time. Bye.